Fiji have beaten the Māori All Blacks 27 points to 10 over in Suva in what was a pretty comfortable display. The first half, especially, despite the scoreboard not being a blowout, was about as one-sided as a game of rugby you will see. The Māori All Blacks did have a better second half, but if you watch the game, you'd know as well as I do that the Fijians were pretty comfortable in that one. I'm not sure what this means for like World Cup aspirations, because we already knew Fiji are pretty good. Does this mean that the depth in New Zealand is not as good as we thought, or does it mean just Fiji are really that sharp? I guess we will see, because there's still one more game to play between these two teams. They'll meet in Rotorua next week. But it started off great conditions, fantastic crowd, very cool to see. There's a challenge from both sides. I do love it when the two teams do that together. A good display of their kind of cultural heritage, challenging each other. It's awesome stuff. It got down to the game. The game initially probably didn't live up to the challenge. There were no points for the first, 22 minutes. It was it was scoreless. And the Māori All Blacks just didn't have any ball. Early chances to Fiji, to be fair. They had a quick ball through, chip over. Sean Stevenson did well to regather it before anyone could get their hands on it from Fiji. Vola missed the penalty on 6 minutes. It was kind of an indication of how seriously they were taking the game. They wanted to go for the win, even if that means accumulating points. It was just all Fiji early. Mata's offloads. He had one offload into touch that could have been a try, so they had a few chances to score, but it wasn't quite happening. At one point, because there's no stats online that I could find, at least not on my usual ESPN, they showed on the TV that after about 15 minutes, Fiji had 89% territory and 84% possession. So it was just attack the Māori All Blacks. Eventually they get a turnover. Kapik was pretty good with that. Kick the ball back. Fijians run it back. Defend. And the defense held for a while, but only until 21 minutes. Vito Kani got the first try. It was kind of out wide. Made the conversion. It was 7 points to 0. About 10 minutes later, Mata got a try. He went straight through Akira Ioane. And from about 20 meters, I guess, he scored his try. There were some good hands. I think it was Nakarawa in the lead-up, so we kind of know him for that. But they missed the conversion. It was 12-zip, and it wasn't just him. The passing in the lead-up to that try was just phenomenal. The hands on those guys was top stuff. 37 minutes, Otere Black gets a yellow card because Fijians get a line break. He's cynical play, killing the ball off. So yellow carded. And at that point, they put a missed tackle stat on the screen, and it's 21-1. Māori All Blacks have missed 21 tackles, Fijians have missed 1, but the Māori All Blacks haven't had any ball, so it kind of makes sense. Finally, there's a chance for the Fijians to score right before half-time, but I think it was Botia, and Toiroa Tuhuriorangi makes a tackle, kind of try-saver, and Botia knocks it on. So that's half-time. It's only 12-0. Could have been a whole lot worse, to be fair. As I said, about as one-sided as it gets. Second half starts off with a Vola penalty, 44 minutes. Smart kick as well, because that takes it to 3 scores for the Māori All Blacks to try and get back in front. And that's 3 points during the yellow card as well, because Black is still off. 46 minutes, Fiji counterattacks. It's Nagathalevu gets the try. Fijian pronunciation is one that I definitely need to work on. That makes it 22-zip and 10 points during the yellow card, which is kind of what you want. Māori All Blacks do come back into the game. 53 minutes, Wainui gets a try. 55 minutes, they don't convert it. So at least there's some points on the board. Kapik had gone close in the lead up to that. He was one guy who actually looked pretty decent for the Māori All Blacks, and Nankivell had a quick looping pass over the top to find him in space. And he scores again, like 10 minutes before full time. Again, it's out wide. They had advantage. They missed the conversion. It's 22-10. Still looking like a long way back for the Māori All Blacks. And then Nagathalevu scores his second try. Makes it 27-10. That's how the game finishes. So, yeah. The one stat I could find on ESPN was the final territory stat was 67-33. So the Māori All Blacks did get a wee bit more, but still, overall, were under the pump for large periods of that game. They'll need to work on their defence. They'll need to work on their tactics for sure. I was thinking to myself, is it partially because the Māori All Blacks team has just been kind of just recently named and just put together? They haven't had that much time together, but all these Fijian players have come from all over the world to get together as well, and some of their key guys are missing too. So I'm not sure how much of that is an excuse, because some of those guys in the Māori All Blacks would know each other from Super Rugby as well. So yeah, Fiji, man, very, very good. They said they hadn't beaten the Māori All Blacks in, I forget how many years it was, but it was a very, very long time, and I was curious to see how the Fijian players would react at the full-time whistle, and they were pretty chill, which I feel like for them means, this isn't a big deal. I mean, I know it's a big deal to beat the Māori All Blacks, but they weren't like running around and screaming in celebrations, because I guess that's a bit of confidence in them that they know they can go on to bigger and better things. So yeah, perhaps that's a bit of a statement of intent. As I said, the Māori All Blacks still do get another chance to step up in a week's time in Rotorua, so that will be an interesting one. Fiji, looking pretty good. If you're in their pool at the World Cup, Australia, it's an interesting one to watch out for. Wales too. But yeah, also interestingly, they had Glenn Jackson as one of the commentators. Haven't heard him commentate before, former player, ref. He kept saying "our" about the Māori All Blacks, like we need to get our passing right or our kicking right or something. So maybe someone needs to tell him, kind of like a ref, you're supposed to be neutral. Anyway, if you guys have seen the game, do let me know your thoughts on the game. What did you think with the key moments? Kind of key plays. How do you think things will go next week? Do you think the Māori All Blacks can step up, or do you think Fiji are still just a cut above? Because remember, the bookies had the Māori All Blacks, although it's New Zealand bookies, had the Māori All Blacks by 6 points, and they ended up getting beaten by 17. So, yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.